Hello, I am Matt Collins-Jones and I am a solution architect at TSG. My day-to-day job is architecting systems around Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform. Today I will be talking to you about the different announcements that have been going on the last few months at Microsoft Ignite, Microsoft Build and the Microsoft Business Application Summit. Everyone has a day job. Everyone has to do things in their day job and they don't always get a chance to find out about the new announcements of the products that they're using on a day-to-day basis. So today's video is all about some of those big announcements, some of those changes to the products that you're using today, and maybe some of these innovations that you'll see in the future that you may want to take advantage of. So let's get started. The number one big announcement that we're going to start off with is Power Automate Desktop being free for Windows 10 users. If you're not familiar with Power Automate Desktop, it is a program that sits on your computer and does sort of manual tasks. So it can do things like open files, move files from one location to another, take data out of things like Excel spreadsheets and put them into other applications. It uses what's called robotic process automation, and it is a product that Microsoft have been pushing for like the last year. This new announcement, bringing it free to Windows 10 users, allows anyone with a valid Windows 10 license to use Power Automate Desktop and automate some of those day-to-day processes. The second big announcement is some changes to Dataverse for Teams. Dataverse for Teams is a fantastic product that is included in your Microsoft Teams licensing or your Office 365 licensing. This product allows you to build applications, build chatbots, build apps, all so that you can store data in a secure system that is scalable and can really work with your business processes. Dataverse for Teams is a great entry-level point for a lot of organizations trying to create small apps or trying to build something fast themselves. But it does come with its limitations. You're limited in the number of rows that you can have in your apps, you're limited with your number of apps and things like that. So one of the things that Microsoft have done is they've announced some changes to Dataverse for Teams, including the ability to upgrade Dataverse for Teams in place. So what does this mean? This means you can upgrade an existing Dataverse for Teams environment or application into the full Dataverse application, meaning that there's no complex reconfiguring and reformatting, there's no complex exporting, importing and re-importing all your data. You basically just take that environment and upgrade it to the latest version of Dataverse. Dataverse is a platform that applications like Dynamics 365 Sales and Customer Service work on, and it is a scalable enterprise level application platform that allows you to build massive apps, but you can now take your small app from Dataverse for Teams, and once it gets too big for what Dataverse for Teams is used for, you can now convert it into the full Dataverse application. The third announcement we're going to cover is the introduction of the Microsoft PowerFX. PowerFX is a rebranding of an existing Power Apps or Canvas Apps language currently used today. It's based off of Microsoft Excel and it allows you to make sophisticated applications using this language. The reason for the rebranding is that Microsoft are going to use this coding language across all of their Power Platform applications, from your Canvas apps to things like model-driven apps or Dynamics 365 sales and customer service apps, to things like Power Automate and Power Virtual Agents in the future as well. It's a low-code programming language, meaning that you don't need to be an expert in things like JavaScript or C# to be able to understand how to use it. It takes a lot of inspiration from the Excel formulas that you're used to. In actual fact, they talk to the Excel team on a regular basis about how to implement different functionality into PowerFX so that the two are aligned. So it's a very entry-level product, very entry-level programming language that allows you to extend your application further. We're going to touch on PowerFX a little bit at the end as well. Another announcement from Microsoft Ignite was the announcement of the Power BI Premium per user general availability license. Power BI is a fantastic product, but to get the most out of Power BI, you really need a premium license because you get access to loads of extra features that you just don't get with the free or the pro licenses. Previously, premium licenses were quite expensive because they were more enterprise grade licenses covering sort of large organizations, which meant that smaller organizations weren't able to really get the full capabilities of Power BI Premium. Microsoft announced a new license that came into general availability in March, allowing you to license Power BI Premium per users. Which means that if you have a smaller organization, or if you have a large organization but you only need certain users to be able to use this, you can do this at a much cheaper level. The Power BI Premium licenses start at about $20 US, but if you already have a Pro license or an Office E5 license, you can actually upgrade for an additional $10 per month. The last big announcement we're going to cover today is Power Apps Ideas. We're going to go back to our PowerFX and we're going to be looking at the ways you create formulas, the way you write code. But what Power Apps Ideas is the ability for you to write in natural language, in a plain language description, and have Power Apps automatically create the code for you. So although PowerFX is a low-code coding language based off of Excel, what this allows you to do is if you get stuck trying to create complex queries, trying to create complex formulas to be able to do something, say like filter a gallery, you can actually use this new Power Apps Ideas and write in plain text language, and it will convert that into something it knows. So for instance, you have a gallery of your contacts in your system and you want to filter it by contacts that live in Manchester, for instance. You could just write into the box contacts that live in Manchester, and it will automatically generate a filter query that will take those things, it'll understand which fields you're looking at, what data you're trying to pass in, and it'll automatically create that formula for you. That's really powerful, and again, another way that Microsoft are breaking those entry-level barriers into using these coding languages, which can be used by anyone. So that's it. That's the top 5 announcements from MS Build, MS Ignite, and the Microsoft Business Application Summit. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more videos like this.